I want to talk to you about Grainger versus Amazon versus a Wayfair professional. Of course, we are speaking about Net 30 business credit account, so Net 30 vendors. So I want to start this review by first talking about Grainger. So when you think about Grainger's Net 30 account, I want you to think about flexibility, but most importantly, I want you to think about affordability. And so Grainger actually they specialize in industrial products. So if you are a startup or you are let's say you are an established business and you want to build a business credit and you are interested in building actually in buying industrial products, you might want to think about Grainger. And the company has been in existence for nearly 1 century. So that's really a pretty much established company. The company was founded in 1927. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So today, when you think about Grainger, think about one of the largest suppliers of industrial products. And I'm speaking here about a large gamut of products from fabrication equipment and plumbing tools to office supplies. So that's kind of cool. They have about 2 million to 2.5 million industrial and safety products, making them, in our view, an excellent one-stop shop for businesses in many industries. So that's kind of cool. And so what we love about Grainger is, as I said a little earlier, we love the flexibility, right? So Grainger will offer you a Net 30 account, and if you need your products delivered quickly, and if you also want to minimize your cash flow constraints, so you want to actually get a little bit of time before paying, that's kind of cool. And so you can settle your balance 30 days with a Grainger Net 30 account, but there are possibilities also for a Grainger Net 45 account. So you can settle your balance 45 days from the date of the invoice, shipment, or pickup of your order. So now, to actually qualify for Net 45 days, you have to really think about, you have to order a certain volume, and you got to also be with Grainger for at least 1 year for them to consider you. And so with the Grainger's Net 30 account, you can build business credit. That's kind of cool. There is actually a no credit minimum. So we love that. So Grainger actually doesn't have a minimum order amount to qualify for a Net 30 account, which can be especially beneficial for a small business that only needs a small number of items. So that's really good to think about. Another thing to consider is their credit limits. Currently, the standard credit limit for a Net 30 account is 1,000 and can go all the way to 5,000. So something to think about. One of the things you need to really keep in mind when you're thinking about a Grainger Net 30 account, they actually will report your payment history to Dun& Bradstreet only. So they do not report to Experian or Equifax Business. So this could be a little disappointing for you if you are looking to actually have a three credit bureau sort of a reporting process. Another thing that we don't like with Grainger is time. I mean, Grainger is pretty flexible. Don't get me wrong, but time-wise, they could do a lot better because you may not get approved instantly because their risk management, their underwriting process is pretty strict. I mean, although there is no minimum for credit or a personal credit check for Grainger Net 30 accounts, instant approval is not guaranteed, especially if you are looking for a large amount. And so you may not qualify immediately because your business is new or you don't have any credit references. And so it's something to really think about. In terms of Grainger's Net 30, let's say the conditions, basically the whole process is pretty straightforward. I mean, Grainger doesn't make anything complicated. Of course, you have to have a business that's at least 3 months old. I'm speaking about a business that has a certificate of good standing. In other words, you got to share with Grainger your incorporation certificate or something from authorities at the state level that you have been valid as a business for at least 3 months. Okay, and then you also need to have a DUNS number, a Dun & Bradstreet number, and so that's kind of cool. And if your business doesn't have a credit history yet, then you need to Grainger might actually ask you to share additional information, such as your business's gross income statement and balance sheet. So they will ask you for your financial statements, okay? And this is an important element to think about. Now, one thing for sure, if you want to have, just remember that you may be approved immediately or may not be approved immediately. It depends on the amount of it depends on your business, but also the amount of, let's say, the transactional volume you want to order. But Grainger, one thing for sure, does not actually report to three business bureaus. They actually report to Dun& Bradstreet only. And if you want to have like a three bureau reporting process, maybe you might want to try Quill or Shirtsy. I mean, you have a lot of other players on the market that will actually qualify you with all the three bureaus. Next, I want to talk to you about Amazon. So we are still having a compare and contrast between Grainger, Amazon, and Wayfair Professional. So when you think about Amazon, you have a lot of possibilities when it comes to a Net 30 account. Now, a Net 30 account at Amazon, they call it Buy Now, Pay Later, so BNPL. So and the way it works with Amazon is that they have a system called Pay by Invoice. So Pay by Invoice allows you to track spending across your organization with Amazon Business. And but don't forget, the feature you want to look for is Amazon Business Pay by Invoice. And so Pay by Invoice offered to eligible businesses allows approved Amazon Business customers actually the flexibility of 30-day payment terms subject to credit approval against a line of credit issued by Amazon and no interest when you pay on time. So make sure that if you are approved that you pay on time. So that's kind of cool because the whole pay by invoice process at Amazon is built for flexibility. In other words, it allows you to extend those payments even longer with an eligible Business Prime membership plan. So that's kind of cool in terms of helping you with your cash inflows and cash outflows. And so you can do a lot of stuff with Amazon Business Pay by Invoice. For instance, you can track spending. You can pay invoices multiple ways. You can generate enhanced reports. You can reconcile purchases, and you can reduce complexity. And so when I speak about tracking spending, you can search and download invoices by PO, purchase orders, transaction amount, and date. You can pay invoices through an automated clearinghouse, ACH, wire transfer, or check. You can use the built-in analytics tools for more control. You can get detailed item-level invoices available via email or in your Amazon business account. And you can really simplify your payment process by reducing the number of suppliers you have to pay. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility. We love that a lot. And there are also, by the way, there are additional payment solutions and ways to save actually. So you have Amazon Business, you have Amazon B2B payments. So that's kind of cool. But what we love about Amazon here is that everything is subject to approval, but you can be approved real fast. So that's kind of cool. So in terms of key benefits, you can free up cash flow. So Pay by Invoice gives your business more flexibility and control with 30-day payment terms. And with a Business Prime membership, you can apply for 45-day terms with the small and medium plans or 60-day terms with the enterprise plan. So that's kind of cool. What we love about the Amazon Net 30, let's say business credit profile is that you also have easier reconciliation. So you can simplify reconciliation with on-demand digital itemized invoices that are itemized with corresponding POs for an easy three-way match. And three-way match is kind of cool because it allows you to actually have a clear idea about where your cash inflows and cash outflows reconcile. And you can also track spending with ease and accuracy. So we love that a lot. And so what happens here is that you can actually take advantage of the backend, the Amazon backend, to have a clear idea of what works and what doesn't work for your specific business. So you can set up multiple buyers and track their spending on Amazon. That's kind of cool. You can actually search and download invoices by purchase order, transaction amount, and also and date, by the way. And you can also generate enhanced reports with built-in analytics tools. And so how the whole thing works is that basically you will receive your itemized invoice with payment terms and due date when your order ships. So that's kind of cool because it gives you flexibility, right? And you can check your invoices anytime from your account and track status changes and due dates with on-demand reports. And you can pay your invoices via ACH, wire transfers, or actually check with appropriate remittance information. So that's kind of cool. Now, one thing I need to say is that Amazon does not report to business credit bureaus, so you have to request that they report to. If they do, if when you request it specifically, they might, depending on the amount of transaction you actually process through Amazon, they might actually report to Dun and Bradstreet, but they do not report to Equifax Business or Experian Business. So that's a little bit of a problem there. Let's talk about Wayfair Professional. So I want to talk to you about Wayfair Net 30 account. So when you think about Wayfair, I want you to think about a platform, a website that allows you to buy all kinds of items, especially when it comes to home goods. Okay, this is how we analyze Wayfair. Wayfair is known as a home goods brand. Of course, they do offer numerous products like furniture, appliances, and lighting that can also be used by businesses. So if you are looking to decorate and equip your business with these types of products while also building business credit, you may be interested in a Wayfair Net 30 account. So that's an important element to think about. Now, when you think about Wayfair, I want you to think about a large product catalog, okay? And Wayfair is kind of cool also because they actually report to two of the three major credit bureaus. I mean, whereas Grainger was only reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, Wayfair reports to Dun and Bradstreet, but also Experian Business. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And the only downside is that they actually lack some of the transparency of other vendors. Okay, and so when you think about getting a Wayfair Net 30 account, I want you to think about three main reasons that can drive your decision in that direction. So the fact that they report to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian Business, they do not report to Equifax Business. Just remember that. They actually offer a large catalog of products. So we are speaking based on our last investigation of 40 to 45 million products. And you do also have frequent sales. So that's kind of cool. So when I speak about the reporting to Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax Business, you are basically making sure that you are taking care of your paydesk score, but also your Equifax business credit score. And they have over 40 to 45 million. Okay, that's kind of cool. So and we are speaking about 20 to 25,000 suppliers, and so they have also a huge employee base with over 14 to 15,000 employees across North America and Europe. And the cool thing is we love the fact that they're constantly expanding their catalog, by the way. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility. So from furniture to rugs to lighting to appliances and more, you can find virtually anything you need from a single supplier. So that's kind of cool. Although many items they sell will not apply specifically to business owners, such as bath towels and wine fridges, for instance, they still have an extensive catalog that does. And office furniture and overhead lighting are just a couple of examples in our view. So that's kind of cool. And so when I speak about Wayfair and I spoke about frequent sales, that's a really a good thing that we love about this player, especially if you are thinking about building business credit through them, because they have deals all the time. They have clearance sales, they have promo codes, they have rewards, they have Black Friday deals. I mean, they have a lot of stuff happening all the time, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so you are able to actually have a good deal with them. That's really fantastic. And one thing I want to say here is that, if you want access to a huge inventory line of Wayfair stock with many coming at a low cost, this company, in our view, is an excellent choice as a vendor. So that's an important element to think about. And so one thing I want to say also is that in terms of Wayfair Net 30 account requirements, you have to choose your industry, you have to submit your contact info, and you have to verify your business. And in terms of specific information that they need on the application, they ask for your personal information, your business name, your address, your tax ID, your EIN, so EIN, employer identification number, and they'll ask for your business start date. They'll ask for your annual sales, your net income, your gross profit. So that's kind of cool. And one thing I need to mention here is that Wayfair delivers to several countries outside the US, including the UK, Germany, and Canada. But to open a financing account, you must have a US based physical billing address. Okay, so everything must be based in the States. Also note that applying for both a Wayfair credit card and 60, 30-day financing is actually done through a Wayfair professional account. And as for the minimum purchase amount for this retailer, they don't officially state what it is. However, the average for most net 30 vendors is around $50. Okay, so that's an important element to think about. So bottom line is you have a lot of possibilities if you were to go with Wayfair net 30. So Grainger versus Amazon versus Wayfair Professional, which one should you go for in terms of net 30 account? But before I actually give you our preference, here is the approach you need to really think about. I mean, a net 30 account actually allows you to have 30 days to pay an invoice, right? I mean, same thing for net 45 days or even net 15 days. I mean, the chronology really applies. But how do you qualify for a net 30 account? I mean, you could choose a net 30 vendor, but how do you make sure that you qualify for their criteria? I mean, you have to also you have to make sure that you have the following information actually available: your legal business name. So your business should be a legal entity like an LLC or S corporation, not a sole proprietorship. So if you operate as sole proprietors, it is still a good idea to register with your Secretary of State as doing business as, for instance. And a net 30 account vendor, a net 30 vendor rather, will ask for your business contact information. So we're speaking here about phone number, email address, and physical address, so that they can actually, like process your application. They might ask you for your business bank account, and they might also ask for like some business references. They will ask for your EIN, so your federal tax ID number, your DUNS number. So your DUNS number allows your payment history to be reported to Dun & Bradstreet, and you can request actually one through the website. And you also got to think about your business credit history. In some cases, some net 30 vendors will ask for your business credit history. So you also got to choose which chronology you want: net 30, net 15, or net 45. I mean, all those options have their pros and cons. So that's one of those things where you have to ask yourself. For instance, opting for net 30 terms can provide your business with a more extended period to manage cash flow, and that's kind of cool. And when you think about it, this flexibility may be particularly valuable if your business experiences occasional delays in revenue collection, or if you want to take advantage of longer payment cycles. On the other hand, if you were to go with a shorter payment window, net 30, net 15 terms offer a shorter payment window, which can be beneficial if you have a consistent and, let's say, reliable cash flow. And this shorter cycle can help you reduce outstanding debts more quickly, potentially enhancing your business's financial health. Additionally, some vendors may offer early payment discounts for net 15 terms, allowing you to save money on your purchases. So what is our choice here? Grainger versus Amazon versus Wayfair Professional. Which one should you go for? We will go for Wayfair Professional because Wayfair actually reports to 2 out of 3 credit bureaus. Amazon is kind of cool too, but their reporting process is more convoluted. And Grainger only reports to one bureau, Dun & Bradstreet. But if you're looking for industrial products, Grainger is definitely the place to be. But Wayfair is more general, is broader in our view. So Wayfair Professional is actually our choice. So what's the bottom line here? To this conversation, I actually compared and contrasted actually Grainger to Amazon to Wayfair Professional from a net 30 point of view, net 30 account point of view. So I gave you the review, also our approach, our choice, and now the bottom line. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.